diagnostic tests. That's families that are worried about their loved ones inside hospitals. That's people who are in pain, who are waiting for hours and hours, sometimes full days, just to get the care they need. We see our seniors laying on stretchers. We're seeing patients trying to comfort their children. And we are seeing patients getting worse and worse while they wait for diagnostic testing. And you know, we are here today to say enough. Enough to the Conservative government. You need to fund these hospitals appropriately. I want to welcome our very first speaker, the president of CUPE 3651. The president here, Leslie Sullivan. Leslie, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Sharon. I just want to thank everybody here. I want to let you know that I'm really proud to stand before you representing 1,000 members at Markham Stouffville Hospital. I also want to thank all of the CUPE locals that are here right now from Area 3. You came out, you showed up, you're showing up for us, and I really appreciate all that. We have York Region teachers here. They came out. I know I see some signs from everyone around Ontario that came out to support us, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. My crew and the 1,000 members that I represent really do appreciate all of this support. We're here today because the challenges our hospital faces are real. They're real. They affect us every single day. Our frontline staff, who are all here with us right now, come to work and show up every day and do their job. They do more than they're expected, more than they're asked, and they never, ever complain. When a hospital looks you dead in your eye and tells you that 65 members of your community are going to be affected due to the fact of no funding from our provincial government, it hits you hard. It hits you really hard because they show up when people are sick, they stay when people can't come in through snowstorms, they make sure that families are comforted in their time of need. It's more than just cleaning the floor. It's more than handing out a diet tray. It's ensuring that it's proper, that you're getting the right nutrition that you need. It's not just a simple job that a robot can do. These people give a lot to this community and to this hospital, and we need the community to stand up right now and show up for us and help us get the funding that we require to have everyday realities of what you do here. When you come to the hospital and you're scared and you have to leave your family member here and you go home without them, you want to make sure that they're getting the best care that they can have, almost equivalent to what's at home. It's not fair to be scared while your family member's here and you have to lay your head on your bed and know that you don't know if your family member's going to fall out because the PSW rate is 1 to 20 ratio. You don't want to be worried that you're going to get a call from the hospital that your family member went wandering that night because we don't have enough staff to be able to watch everybody. These are the real, serious things that are happening that we face every single day, and we still show up. We showed up through COVID, we show up every single day, and it's not acceptable for 65 of our clerical staff who meet the patients at the beginning. They greet them. They make sure that patient flow continues. They make sure that people are going to their tests and diagnostic imaging and then getting transported back to their rooms. They are the ones answering the phones to your loved ones. They are the ones giving updates as needed. It is unacceptable for the hospital to be cutting these hours from these staff members while they're growing. We have an emergency department that is growing. We have a huge contract to build a bigger emergency department, but we don't have the staff. We're cutting 5 part-timers. We're cutting full-timers. It's unacceptable and it has to stop. The hospital is running at 120% capacity daily. That's 20% over our funding rate. Some months that goes to 41% higher. So 141%. Hallway medicine exists. If you walk in the halls, you will see. If Doug Ford walked in these halls, he would see people are in their bed in the hall want your family member in a hallway? Do you want them in a hallway getting care? That's unacceptable. And our nurses, with a smile, our PSWs, with a smile, do everything they can for those people who are in those hallways. It's unacceptable and it needs to end today. Sorry, I'm flipping here. I apologize. I'm new at this. Sorry, Jillian. I know you gave me a heads up. Our hospital is leadership and the frontline workers, our unions, and our community all want the same thing. We want safe, high-quality care for every patient. And today we're sending a clear message to the provincial government that this is unacceptable. We need the funding to do our jobs. I want to thank you all again for coming. I appreciate every single one of you for showing your support. Make sure you get some pizza.
Thanks very much, Leslie. Now we're going to start a chant because you're not loud enough. They cannot hear you. What do we want? More funding. When do we want it? Now. What do we want?
More funding.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
More funding.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
More funding.
When do we want it?
Now.
All right, I am pleased to announce our next speaker, Yolanda McLean, the Secretary Treasurer of the Ontario Council of Kiwi, Ontario.
Let them hear you. What do we want? More funding. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? More funding. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? More funding. When do we want it? Now.
What an amazing turnout. Thank you so much, Leslie, for your leadership. You're doing an awesome job, and thank you. Today, we are here for one reason. Because 65 hospital jobs are being cut.
Yay!
That's 65 workers, 65 families, 65 livelihoods that are on the line. And for what? And for what? All because the Ford government is cutting the budget for this hospital, which is operating well beyond its capacity. We just heard that from Leslie. But let's call it what it is. It isn't about saving money. It isn't about efficiency. It's about weakening our public health system to justify bringing in more expensive public health care as the solution. That is shameful. And we say no. No cuts. No cuts. No cuts. No cuts.
No cuts.
Mr. Ford, you promised to end hallway medicine, so we expect you to honor that promise.
Yeah.
You promised to fund the hospital so that our workers can make ends meet, so we expect you to honor that too.
Yeah.
Because when you cut good care. You cut the workers who support the patients, you cut the very people who make care possible, and when that happens, our patients suffer. Our communities suffer. We all pay the price. But let's be clear. Healthcare is not for sale. These 60 jobs, they matter. These workers, they matter. And we will not stand by while they are pushed out to make room for private profit. We will stand together. We will fight together. And we will win together. And when we raise our voices, I know we will continue to say, no cuts.
No cuts.
No privatization.
No privatization.
Protect our jobs.
Protect our
And
jobs.
protect our care.
Protect our care.
Protect our jobs.
Protect our jobs.
Protect our care.
Protect our
Thank you,
care.
everyone.
Thanks very much, Yolanda. It is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Laura Walton, and she is the president from the OFL, the Ontario Federation of Labor. Laura!
Well, hello, everyone. Okay, no, seriously. Let's think about this, right? Hello, everyone. Oh, there you are. So, I'm here today proudly on behalf of 54 unions and 1 million workers in Ontario, because your fight is all of our fights. You know, and I gotta say, you know, I've been watching the great work that OCHU and healthcare workers have been doing around this province, and so let's give it up for you for standing up and shouting, because I'm gonna say this. When healthcare workers are out here instead of in there is something wrong with our healthcare. And a week from today, Doug Ford has a chance. And it's not often that I give him a chance, but he does have a chance. And I'm standing in front of a sign that says, "There's a hero in all of us." Doug Ford, you have a chance to actually be the hero. You have a chance next Thursday, when you finally decide to get your butt back to work, to actually put in place a budget that is actually going to work for the people of Ontario, for the workers in Ontario, for healthcare in Ontario, for education in Ontario, because there's not a single person in Ontario that does not rely on our publicly funded, publicly delivered healthcare system. No one is exempt from it. It should be the highest priority. And I don't give a fiddler's fart if you want to build a whole bunch of hospitals, because I'm going to tell you right now, you can build all the hospitals in the world that you want, but if you don't actually fund the workers that provide the care, you do not have health care, you have a building. So this is your chance, Doug. I'm talking to you right now. We don't need any more promises from you. What we need is actual plans. We need plans to fix our healthcare system. We need plans to protect the workers in Ontario. We need plans to actually make this province what it can be. And that cannot come when you want to privatize it so your buddies get more money. That comes when you pay attention to the workers in Ontario who are ready to take to the streets to demand what we deserve. You folks are smarter than Ford. It's time we get together and we demand better. We don't need to be heroes. We need to be workers who are respected and well paid. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Laura. Enough is enough! 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 Our next speaker is Kevin Cook, OCHU's first vice president. Kevin!
Thank you, everyone. We are here today because we refuse to stay silent while our healthcare system is being cut to the bone. Here at Oak Valley, 65 healthcare jobs gone. 65 people who show up and care for the public gone. 65 heroes during a pandemic kept this hospital running are gone. And it doesn't stop there. North Bay, Hamilton, Toronto, Guelph, and Ottawa, over 300 jobs being eliminated. And let's be clear, that is just the beginning. This is what happens when you starve a system. Because when inflation is rising, while costs are going up, the government is only funding hospitals at 2%. When it takes 6 to make it run. So when the Ford government says record funding, we say stop! Stop calling it record funding when we see record cuts. You cannot spin this. You cannot hide it. We are living it. We see it in our workplace every day. We see it in longer wait times. We see it with short staffing. We see it with ER closures in some of our communities. We see it in burnt out workers who show up every day for the public. And most importantly, we see it in our patients. Patients being treated in hallways. Patients waiting on stretchers, sometimes days for a bed or a room. That is not dignity. That is not care. The system is in crisis. And let's not forget, this government ran on ending hallway medicine. But you don't end hallway medicine by cutting healthcare to the bone. You don't fix a crisis by starving it. You fix it by stable funding with real costs in each hospital. You fix it with real staffing plans at work. And you fix it by listening to these frontline workers. Because healthcare workers, we are always advocating for our patients every shift, every day. We fight for safe care. We fight for care for our patients deserve. And today we are speaking even louder than we ever have before. Because leadership matters. And to the leaders of this province, we say this. Leadership means owning the consequences you've made and the decisions you've taken. And it is happening under your watch. Start fixing the problem that you said you would do. Stop the cuts, fund our hospitals properly, and respect these healthcare workers. And put patients first. Because this fight is not just about jobs. It's about every person who walks into a hospital expecting care, dignity, and safety. And right now they are not getting it. And we will not accept that. We will keep showing up. We will keep speaking out. And we will demand better for our hospitals in every community across this province. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And our last speaker is the president of the Ontario Council of Hospital Unions, Michael Harley.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What a wonderful turnout. What great solidarity you're showing with the people who work at this hospital. What a great organizing job by CUPE Local 3651 and the activists here. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your dedication to defending the public healthcare system. Here we are in Markham, one of the most rapidly growing communities in Canada, in front of a hospital where occupancy levels reach 140% on a bad month and 120% on every other month. Although we know that anything over 85% occupancy leads to a heightened risk for patients of death as a result of the understaffing that comes with it. Because this hospital is funded the least, and the hospitals in Ontario funded the least of any hospitals in Canada, in fact, of any hospitals with a developed economy. On any given day, there are 2,000 people on stretchers, and a lot of them are here at the Markham Stouffville Hospital. 2,000 people, and in 2018, our Premier promised to end all-way medicine. Then there were 850 people on stretchers. Now there's 2,000. And how did his government respond 2 weeks ago? They decided that they will stop reporting how many people are on stretchers. And they're also tired of rallies like this, raising the issue of their lack of commitment to the hospital system. So they've also decided to invest tens of millions of dollars in an ad campaign to tell the public how much they're spending on these hospitals. And the reality is their 3-year spending plan, according to the Independent Financial Accountability Office, projects the closure of 2,400 hospital beds and the elimination of about 20,000 staff, 7,000 nurses, 1,800 PSWs, and the rest are clerical and trades and other support staff. This in the system that has the fewest staff to patients anywhere in the developed world. I was talking to a nurse who works in palliative care about a month ago, and I can't get the conversation out of my mind. She told me that she'd had such a bad day that she was thinking, after 25 years of nursing, that she should pack it in. And I asked her what about that day made it so bad for her. And she said, In palliative care, these patients are dying. They have complex medical conditions. The dressings, the medications, that's a whole load. But in addition, you know, there's the whole psychological, emotional, spiritual support to the patients and their families at the moment when they transition from this world to the next. I should have 4 patients. In BC, under the regulation, she would have no more than 2 patients. She had 8. She went home feeling like she failed them. She let them down. So many of us feel every day that we can't do it for the patients, that we've let them down, that we failed them, because there are so many of them, and there are so few of us. And we're here today to say this government's 10% budget cut over 3 years is not something we, the workers in the hospital system, are going to accept. And we don't think the public will either. And we're here today to say we're going to fight.
Miss Jillian. Yes. A new job. She's going to be a singer. I did say it was our last speaker, but I was corrected. We have Rob Sergenik, the MPP for Ajax here, who would like to say a few words. Thank you, Rob.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here today. But more importantly, I want to thank you for the work that you do in our healthcare system. Whether you're a nurse, whether you're a support staff, whether you're a carpenter, one that I met here today, and so many others. It's all of you that ensure that our healthcare system is running, is working. It's you that pick up the phones, and it's you that help us and our family members. So when we talk about patients, it's somebody's family member. It's a member of a community. It could be one of our family members that we may not even know yet. And you're the first person that that person sees, and that family member sees. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for every single thing that you do. The cuts to our healthcare system, it's going to send our province on the wrong track. It already is. Shame is right. And the legislature, it's coming back next week. Doug Ford gave MPPs an extended break. But I'll tell you what, at least some of us who are opposition MPPs, we've been out, we've been traveling the province, we've been talking to folks, working with folks to build a coalition so that we can stand up against this government at Queen's Park, so that we can stand on the side of workers and people who are struggling under an affordability crisis, folks who are struggling under wage increases that are not fast enough or non-existent at one point. During the pandemic, this government thought it was a good idea to take nurses and healthcare workers to court over wage increases. Let alone the support that's needed for our support staff and folks that are working in our hospitals, in our education system, in our public sector, because you make it work. You make it happen. So thank you all for being here today. Now, I was elected about a year ago in Ajax, one of 2 to defeat a Conservative incumbent in this province. But that isn't enough. We need to send Doug Ford a pig slip in 3 years. We all need to come together and stand together in order to fight against this disastrous government and deliver the public services that we rely on, our friends rely on, our friends, our neighbors, and every single person in this province relies on. So I want to say to you, as the member of provincial parliament for Ajax, I will stand with you and I will be with you. Not because it's the right thing to do, not because it's the smart thing to do, not because it's what my constituents expect me to do. And I had one lady that came into my office last year, tears in her eyes, barged in the door. You know what she said? My mom's been in the ER for 3 days. She's been on a stretcher in the ER for 3 days. She's getting hospital dementia, and I don't know what to do. And I had to listen and talk to her and tell her, today I can't do much because I'm not there at Queen's Park, but I will take your story with me, and the stories of many others, and the stories of all of you, so that we can get the real change that we need in our healthcare system and our province. Thank you all very much. Let's do it.
It's too busy shooting people.
Okay, I just want to say thanks very much, everybody. We really do appreciate all of you coming here today. We're sending this message to Doug Ford. No more cuts, no more hallway medicine, and no more decisions that put patients at risk. The Ford government, you need to start investing in healthcare, and you know, Laura put it beautifully. He can do it next week when he's in Parliament. He can fix that budget, and that's exactly what we're expecting of him. Now, you know, I know all of you, today, after this rally, it is not going to end for all of you. You are going to stand up, you're going to continue to fight, you're going to fight for those 65 people who are being laid off. We're going to contact our MPPs, we're going to talk to family members. We are going to make a movement. And with that movement, we are going to be in Ottawa at the Briere on Monday, where they are facing 55 cuts from their hospital. And we are going to be at every single hospital across this province fighting for the jobs, not just for our members. We're fighting for patient care. We care. These are communities that we live in. This is our families who are going to use this hospital, and we are going to be there, and healthcare workers are never going to give up. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hospital cuts have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hospital cuts have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hospital cuts have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hospital cuts have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hospital cuts have got to go.
Well, I just have to do a whole bunch of stuff over here, but
Next week's going to be fun. I mean, first of all, it's